Okay, so I just remember to record this. I have more confirmation about timelines jumping, but it was since last summer, in June, and so I just come across this email chain from last June. And at that time, I applied for a job, and the recruiter sent me an email saying he wanted a few, um, you know, like he asked me a few questions and wanted my answers, and then he would try to schedule an introduction interview with the hiring manager. So then 1 week passed, and then I emailed the recruiter again and for asked for the status because he didn't contact me like a week, right? So he replied right away and say the hiring manager was away and out of office, so the hiring process got delayed, and it was like mid June, right? So then he didn't he didn't email me again, and I forgot about it. So I just come across this email chain like last week. So I was curious and I checked that company and see who got that job. And I found out that a guy in Israel got the job, and he is still in Israel. So that's, first of all, it's really weird. I didn't check the company again. It might be the company from Israel. So first of all is that, and then the second of all is that guy, he started in June last year. It's impossible because, like I said, the recruiter told me the hiring manager was away, and when he told me it was mid June already, there's no way they hire someone like less than 2 weeks and have that new hired on board, you know, at the same time. So that is a huge sign that timelines jumping has been happening last year also. I believe it's been the past few years, but this evidence is really major, really, oh my god. I was like, seriously, which timeline we are in right now? You know what I'm saying? Then right now, let's see, just a few days ago, I've talked to a friend of mine, and then his family is in Texas, okay? And then the first time, let's see, like a month ago, I remember all of a sudden we were talking about Texas, and then I say, "Oh, so do you miss your family?" Which is like this conversation was last month, right? Okay, so then he said he gave me a look like he didn't care. He said nope, and then I was like, oh, I just laughed, right? Because I understood what he meant. He moved away from his family. That makes sense, right? So then, a few days ago, all of a sudden, we talked about Texas again. Oh, yeah, because I asked him like where he wanted to go on vacation. And then he said, might be he might take 2 days off from work and go back home and visit his family in Texas because he and his mom is like very close and he missed his family other than and friends. Other than that, he's not really, you know, like he doesn't really miss Texas, the place. So I was at that time I was kind of I felt weird. I forgot about our conversation last month, but subconsciously I knew what's going on. But like then at that moment I felt weird, but I didn't know why. And now I figured that timeline jumping is just so crazy. Last month he told me he didn't care. And then like few days ago he said that he missed his family and then he and his mom is like very close. So, just a month difference and then like a huge like confirmation like is total opposite this person, my friend. So I don't know how often timeline jumping happens. It seems like it could happen every day. You know what I'm saying, right? Because people is so moody, right? It's like today they are happy and they like converse with you and the next day they like barely look at you and give you a dirty look. So it makes sense that they been doing time ritual every day because the past few years up till now is critical time, right? And the time loop is been like um giving all of us, including the Satanists, so much disappointment because by the time it seems like we are on the verge of the trigger event, which is rapture, and then it goes back to zero, square one again. So these are the two major confirmation that we've been timeline jumping, at least for the past few years, and no wonder like all my opportunities has to gone downhill, going downhill, right? That's one thing. And um and then now today is Saturday. We need to wait till Tuesday the 20th. And so my one of my viewers who Chan, and he just mentioned that the rapture will happen on the 20th and it's the second Passover. So I don't know anything about this. So I really want to follow up with him to see if he can give me more information on this. It's not surprising that when the Golden Gate and Silver Gates open and the rapture happens at the same time. But maybe, it's possible that we lost track of time because the sun and the moon are fake, right? And then they cover the skies. So we really don't know exactly what day and time anymore. And I don't understand why all of the sudden there's fireworks. It's so weird. It happened again. Happened before, like I think 3 weeks ago. Around it could be 2.5 weeks ago, and all of a sudden the fireworks. They you know have fireworks, and it's not even like a holiday, not even anything celebration, but all of a sudden that night had fireworks, and now tonight it just for the 1 minute or two they had fireworks. Things getting really weird, and all the subtle signs of timelines jumping is just getting like really overwhelming. So I just wanted to share my experience. Like, it just really insane. I can't believe that. If you remember, I mentioned one of my other friends. He was saying his that the other guy was his cousin, and then like a few weeks later I said, oh, hey, is your cousin coming? And then he said, no, he's not my cousin. So that's that, like exactly the same as my friend. His family is in Texas, and then he told me the first time, he's like, last month he was like, he didn't even care about his family, right? What his facial expression was telling me, and he said, no, that's it, right? But then a few days ago, he totally changed. He said he missed his family. He and his mom is like, they are like really close. So it's exactly the same as the if you watch the Flash. I don't remember which season. That season, he's been timelines jumping and trying to save his parents because when he was young, little boy, I don't remember how old, like around 7 years old. When he was little, his parents got murdered, and then now he timeline jumping and try to go back to the past and save his parents, but he went back and then and then he goes back to the present time, and he's figured out that everything's changed, which is he can't go back to the original timeline. And then he jumped into another timeline and hope that the other timeline is the original timeline, but it's another timeline, so that is exactly the same what is happening right now. They try to fix the past in order to have a favorable result in the end, which is the end times. But now they have trouble going to the original timeline, which is the favorable timeline that they think it is, and now we are keep jumping different timelines. And different timeline, like we have different occupations, right? For example, timeline A, I am let's say I'm a singer. And then timeline B, I am an assassin. Timeline C, I'm an engineer and I'm very famous. I got Nobel Prize, etc. You got what I'm trying to say. So I can see that, because right now, it's totally like my career is like totally off course, off the chart. Anyway, so I think that's their plan, jumping different timelines and see which one is the most favorable. And I think, time travel in the Flash that series is they are telling us what they're doing in the end times. That is so weird. Okay. Anyway,